Hey, live and let live. Walk on. Walk on, walk on. Hey, Kiki, what's up? Yes, man, we have a whole heap of things to talk about today. I have not been on for so long. I know you guys must miss me. But you know what they say? Work, purse first. All of that. Hey, sis, what's up, Norma? Hey, Barbara, how you doing? Let me just do the background stuff because we don't want no trolls over here tonight. Uh-huh. We don't want no trolls over here tonight, because the things that when me I go say, the things that when me I go say, me know, so the trolls them I go feel tempted to touch. And we're not having it. So if you have not been a subscriber for more than 20 hours, you shall be mute. You will just have to listen. Uh-huh. Yeah. Cause tonight we're gonna talk something. We're gonna talk something. There's a few things that we need to catch up with, but we're gonna start with this first. But there were a few things that we need to catch up with. Okay. I did tell you that I have got a live to do that's gonna be off the chain. It's gonna be crazy. The things that we have to talk about tonight. I plan to spend a good few hours with you guys. So get your popcorn, get your tea, get your glass of wine, get your little snacks. Make sure you're nice and comfortable, okay? Yes, nice and comfortable. So you guys can catch up. Debbie, big up your nice, clean self. Yes, but dear Lala, but there. You've been anticipating the live. Yeah, we're gonna go down a road. We're going down a rabbit hole tonight. Okay, we're going down a rabbit hole. So, we're gonna start with this topic that's on my screen. The picture will change when we move on to the next topic. So it's two topics. I'll just give you a brief overview. We're going to start with this topic, which is Marvin Fyah, and I'm going to directly address Andre Stevens in particular. And then afterwards, we're going to go into the public defense of Jayden Smith's case, because there's a lot going on there that I know a lot of you guys have missed, because they might keep it secret and they're hoping that it don't come over on YouTube. They might keep it off of YouTube, but me now go hide nothing. You understand? Yeah, get your slice of sweet potato cornbread and a tall glass of coconut water. Yeah, a few hours. That's right. That mean a brata we I get. Yes, my love. Brata yeah get tonight. So anyway, let us start with this topic here. So Marvin Fyah, as you know, is the latest buzz when it comes to the political scene. He seems to be carving into history a revolutionary style of partyism that is separate and apart from JLP, but not quite so separate and apart from PNP. Yes, not quite so separate. But I find his personality quite interesting, fascinating. However, there's something very familiar about his style, in that he comes across very much like a mini Andre Stevens. Mini as in slightly like him, but there's a little bit of difference. Yeah. He stands for a lot of justice when it comes to the people. The social justice is strong. He is anti authoritarian styles of governing, meaning that he believes in a more socialist perspective, which is why he fits in very well with the People's National Party. I like the things he says. I love the passion. And I did a bit of what you would call soft touch marketing research, where you just put something out there into the atmosphere and watch the Jamaicans respond. On my Facebook page, I wanted to test the waters. I needed to see the algorithms, and I also needed to see the reaction of the public when it came to Marvin Fyah. And me go telling us something what on probably those of you who don't have a platform, Debbie, you might know exactly what me I talk about. But for those of you who don't have a platform, you will not necessarily understand the back workings. I'm going to give you an insight. In order for you to tell, as a content creator, in order for you to tell who I keep, meaning who for name of a buzz, you are able to break down the statistics of a post down to how many clicks, likes, shares, views, and so on. The interactivity of it will determine whether or not the topic you hit is a topic that has a buzz, okay? Now, when Marvin Fyah's name is presented on any platform, and I'm not just talking mine, the algorithm shoots up to the sky. It is ridiculous. So, for those people who are in it for the money dep on him name, straight up. You understand? But for those of you who are into it just for the politics or for the fun of it, you're going to notice that your page generates huge traction once you start to talk about Marvin Fyah. Okay, that aside, if you post something to do with Andre Stevens, and I want to listen to me very carefully now, and you check the algorithms for that, like go into the background and check the algorithms for that, it is far, far less. The shares are limited. Only a certain dynamic of audience taps into it, meaning that they tend to be in their late 50s and above. Whereas Marvin Fyah, when you look into the statistics of his name, you're talking 20s and above. I want to understand where I'm going with this. In other words, in order to capture an audience where you're out of touch and your audience is more or less retired, in order to get to the soul of the masses, you need a Marvin Fyah. You don't need an Andre. I'm not mince my words, am I? Okay. You don't need an Andre. You need a Marvin Fyah. And Andre Stevens, you yourself, you recognize this. But you're not going to tell the public why, but we know why. Anybody who has a platform knows why. Now, there's a lot of talk around Marvin's integrity. I'm not getting into that because, for one, I have no evidence of anything. People have been saying that he does crypto. I'm not up onto the crypto scene. Me personally, I don't invest money unless it is with a regulated financial institution. Period. You understand? Because otherwise, anything can go on and any number can play, and my money not going down like that. So I'm aware that he has some crypto thing going on, and that there are arguments about his integrity, his honesty, and so on when it comes to his investment scheme that he runs. As I said, I'm not going down that route because I have no evidence of that. I don't know anything. Nothing has been sent to me. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm taking him on face value and I'm leaving that to the people who know about it for talk about it straight. So that aside, the masses don't really care about that. And I'll tell you why. Because the masses ain't got no thousands and thousands of dollars in US to invest in no damn cryptocurrency. All they are looking for is a voice to represent them and to fight for their rights. And Marvin Fyah presents that opportunity. He comes across as somebody who has empathy when it comes to the situations to do with the poor, the vulnerable, the needy, the voiceless. He comes with a fire, hence his name. Sweet me say, when I do my video on Facebook, people will call him Marvin Little Fyah. They don't seem to realize that my audience is well beyond Jamaica. I kind of have to sometimes do little things like that, but me don't know if a chat patois. So I don't know when I come this page holder come about. His name is Likkle Fyah, not Little. Shake my head. And me say, I put so something underneath his name. I'm blacky, me see. Mind your business. Anyway, you need a Marvin Likkle Fyah in order to capture the hearts of the masses, because the young love Marvin. Yes, they do. They love Marvin. So you see this part of the live here, Marvin Edgar, I'm calling out your full name now. I'm going to say something, and I'm sure you're not foolish. I'm sure you don't know what card I play right now. I know you know. You see, because in order to maintain relevance, in order to achieve their aspirations of going into parliaments, they know they need to win over various sectors of the Jamaican society, and you have a buzz. Remember me tell you, say, them a draw for you. For use you. I'm not mincing my words. I said what I said. Them a draw for you. For use you. You know what a energy vampire is? You know what a destiny swapper is? Because let me tell you something that I have spotted about, or at least observed about Andre Stevens over the years. He does not enjoy competition. No. Nor does he value intellect. No. And I'll tell you why. Because he wants to be the smartest in the room. And you are a threat. Listen, me know say this naga sit well with those who like sheer comfy cause division. The division's already there. It's already there. You kind of sound like him. You have a kind of style like him. The way you dress sharply and present yourself, similar to him. You're even petite like him. You understand? You all look like you could have passed as him brother. Uno features very similar. You are almost him reincarnated. You understand? And you see, anytime them see that somebody can take them shine and them place and surpass them in corridors of power, you're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. And it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. Because for now, him need you as a pedestal to secure his foundation. Because don't think, Andre, don't think I don't know that you are going backwards, tidying up certain things around your name. You're laying your little foundation. You're trying to make sure that certain loose ends are tied off so that you can enter into Babylon securely. You understand? The apology to your mother, it was so pristinely staged, publicly done. Hats off to you. That's very good that you did it. It was a public humiliation. Therefore, it ought to be a public apology. But the timing, the event that was chosen for it, the publicity, the public eye on the situation, it was all about making sure that the optics were perfected. You are making amends, tidying up in order to move forward. But you know, say that the mask there, you know, that mask won't last, you know, brother. Because I hear you do a live night before last. That was disgusting beyond belief. You came out for Lisa Hannah. No, I've come out for Lisa Hannah too. You know why I have come out? And you know what burned me? When me did come out for Lisa Hannah, you know, it wasn't about her inability to achieve and to represent Jamaica and to do whatever she's doing. It was about the fact that she was being fake to herself. Yeah. And people come up, oh, you sound like you're bad man, Lisa. You can't talk about people bad minding people who know people in a real life, yeah? From childhood. When Lisa Hannah used to come to me yard and study, fi try pass. Only did that, eh? No. So kiba your mouth and listen. So Andre come out for Lisa Hannah. And him style her up in the most way, people. The man tell her say she empty. The man tell her say she vain. The man mock her. The man go on with himself. Andre Stevens don't like women, young, vibrant, ambitious women, you know. He don't like that, you know. He like them old. He like them retired. He like them emotionally isolated. He likes them pocket rich, and he likes them bored, and he likes them easily led by religion and Bible. Yes, that is what he likes around him. But you see, and them ones, they like to mother him. Remember, I've told you, you know, he has a thing for matriarchal figures. He likes mothers, a mother's touch. At that time thing. He always a look for your mother. Because him have attachment disorder. So, when it comes to Lisa Hannah don't fit any of that. No. Lisa Hannah isn't going to mother him. And she ain't going to be no big sister either or no auntie. She's in her own lane. Now, let me tell you this. Politics never fit Lisa. Politics never fit Lisa. Never. Lisa always look awkward. She's a nice person. Don't get me wrong. She's a nice soul. She's a very nice person. She's a humble person. She's an approachable person. But she was always tush. She was always posh. She was always like that. You understand? Very surface. Always. So even when she had tried to show herself as roots with her machete and her dog them and her ray and you know, I'm not saying it's put on. I'm not saying that she's not capable of these things, but I'm saying that's not her comfort zone. It's not. You see, this what Lisa is doing now. This LisaHannahBeauty.com. You see, this what she had to know. This a Lisa. Everything about this is her. You understand? And I'm not saying that she can't do the community work and the charity. She has her foundation. Yes, man, she would be good at that too. But you see, when it comes to confrontation, because for you to be a leading politician, a voice, you have to know how to confront. Lisa is not that. When him a confront with one whole bag of long multisyllabic words. Worse than myself. We cannot connect with the masses at all. One time I listened to her video where she was doing about dancehall lyrics and dancehall music, and when she had chat the lyrics, it just sound like It just sounded like the queen. I try to explain it. It was just, I was like, oh my God, Lisa having to do all these things to show that she roots and to show that she connected. Nah. And that's why when I said to you guys that she was making particular moves with Spice, it was a business move. And that whole thing when she's going on about she and Spice having similar situations and that, she don't have no similar situation to Spice. And I talk about, but Spice and her know each other a long time. I know her longer than Spice. So, may I telling you say that was a business move. And she is a business head. She is. That she definitely is. But you can't make those moves and be successful if you don't have a draconian side and you don't know how to handle yourself. So for Andre to come out here and talk about how Lisa Hannah is empty and vain, that is so disrespectful and out of order. And it's stemming from a place of resentment. You hate the fact that she can be respected and rub shoulders with both the leader of our nation and the opposition. And they have no problem stepping behind her brand and helping her to propel further. You resent that and you're jealous. You are deep-seatedly jealous of Lisa. And it came across so strongly in that part of your life. It was despicable to listen to. It was despicable to listen to. For one, she is living her truth. She is being herself. You understand? And she is living her truth. She's doing what she wanted to do for a long time. Remember me tell you that. Because when we were at uni, she told me she wanted a beauty line. And now she's doing it. I am hella proud of her. She never once talk about no damn politics. Hey, guys, you know how me nearly drop off of my chair when me see Lisa in a politics? I said, how the hell did that happen? Only to hear Andre explain it. Some politician encouraged Lisa to do it. Put the girl under bare stress and problems. Big up yourself, yard swag. It was not her. She never enjoyed it. Una constantly nitpick and criticized her. She show little cleavage, una a ball out. She wear sitting tight, una a ball out. The woman is all about her aesthetics and her stunning beauty that got her Miss World. Oh, she's beauty and no brains. Now that she's stepping away and she's working her contacts as any smart businesswoman would, you are run out fear. I come and talk about, oh, oh, she's there. Oh, of course. I would hope it can be worn on a man. It bunny. It bunny bad. Because you know, and the whole of the world know, that neither Mark Golding, even then come here sitting, neither Mark Golding nor Andrew Holness would ever rally around any of your efforts like that. At all. Never. Them not going to even look for you. And I don't want to talk, because Jamaica is a very messed up place. And I've seen worse things happen and crazier people end up in a parliament in our life. So, it's not impossible to say this happening now. But please, people, when it does happen, just to send me the video or the picture of when pigs fly. Because I have a funny feeling. I have a deep suspicion that a carrot is being held before the horse. Sorry. You understand? I just have a funny feeling. Hey, Chinekeme. Darlings, imagine somebody who has got so many footprints out here, saying some damaging things, sitting in parliament to lead our country. Lord have mercy. Imagine. The bangarang indeed. Listen, as I said, I've seen worse things happen in the world. So I don't know. But I think somebody would have to lick them head when they was children for that to happen. Some people are best placed behind the scenes, and some people are the workers, the grinders, the army of ants that are necessary to hold up the queen. You understand? And I genuinely believe that that's where he's best placed, with the army of ants. I can't imagine it. Emotional maturity is an essential thing when it comes to leadership. Hence, a word of warning to Marvin Likkle Fyah. Jamaicans need to not only feel they have somebody to fight for social justice, but they also need to feel safe with the leadership, in that there will be no erratic decisions made. Now, I am aware that Marvin Likkle Fyah has done a petition, and the aim of the petition is to demand answers on certain things, including healthcare, the money that was collected for the relief, hurricane relief, and the cameras, the rollout of surveillance across the nation when it comes to body cams, CCTV cameras that are linked to the police, and so on. And there are three crucial things, there are three buzz things, especially given the recent killing that took place with Lady Buju. And that's been witnessed across the world. It's now gone global. It's international. It's in BBC. It's all over the place, people. So eyes are on Jamaica. It's a huge opportunity for those who are wanting to make a mark in politics to step up and grab the opportunity like this. And it was interesting to see Andrew Holness come out and address it, because the Prime Minister has never addressed certain killings from the police before. So that shows you that this is a significant time in history for those who are paying attention. It is important. Now, because Likkle Fyah is so passionate and he's so fiery and so on, it is important that he shows that he's able to bear his temperament, but also still his temperament when necessary. Because we don't want another Andre Stevens. None at all. We don't need that. We've had enough of that. Enough of the noise. Enough of the aggression. Enough of the disrespect towards women, which he persistently does. You understand? Show us that you are capable of handling yourself in a way that we know you can negotiate with the people that you need to negotiate with, that you can fight for the people in the street. Balance it. Balance it. You know, you don't want to be stereotyped. Like, for example, we've got two lawyers who are significant. We've got Champagne, who is significant. We've got ISAT, who is significant in the media. I'm not saying all lawyers are not. All our lawyers are not. I'm just saying they're very high profile in the media. And Champagne is now known for stereotyped as defending the Tapanaris, the richest, who have been convicted of some crime or another, high profile crime, white collar crime, or even murder, right? And that he will defend even those who are obviously guilty in order to soften the blows and reduce the sentences, knowing that the sentence is sure. Okay? But that's a film speciality, and it's only the richest of the rich use Champagne. Then we have ISAT. Now, ISAT is now becoming stereotyped as the one who will represent all of the TikTok of them, all of the All of the blogger them, a blogger liar. You understand? A social media influencer liar. I sat that. Yeah, the entertainment liar. I sat that. Right? Okay. He's been stereotyped, right? And that's based on the clientele that he's recently been having. Not to say that ISAT is capable of doing far more, but these personalities are becoming stereotyped. When you're stereotyped, it's hard to step out of a niche and step into something else without people looking at you and telling you that you sell out. You're going to have to show poor people liar straight. You're going to have to show that you have got that flexibility and that adaptability as well. Now, if it is intended for you to be on Andre Stevens's platform and to liaise with him and Ray, make sure that you hold the handle. You hold the handle, not the blade. Because the spotlight is on you. I am telling you, Marvin Likkle Fyah, without you, he cannot win over the dynamics of Jamaican society he wants to. And even then, many of the people who support you will not look his way because they don't have him off as a fish. And you know how our society go when it comes to homophobia. And all of them fabble dabble day. Right? Mm-hmm. So be careful. And if there's anything going on there with you and finances, clean that up. Brother, clean that up. Before you rise, clean that up because you cannot step up the ladder of progress and represent the people and have dirt in your past because it's going to come out and it is going to go against you and it's going to be used in a mighty way as your Achilles heel. So I am saying to you, do the right thing. Do not allow the past to overtake your future. There's a light on you. And God knows why he assigns these things to certain people. Some people manipulate it and lose the effect because they get caught up in the popularity and start to do the crap and end up going down the wrong path. Do not disappoint the people who are looking up to you. Marvin Likkle Fyah, do the right thing. So like I said, I can't comment on the things what them are talk about becoming on evidence. So I'm not going to condemn you. Right? I found it interesting that Andre did say that Marvin would tarnish his image going forward if he should align with Marvin. Hey! And then in that live, he was talking out of another side of his mouth and he's welcoming him into, you understand? The fight. The fight for leadership. Big up yourself, sis. I see you. Right? Because in politics, there is no commitment and loyalty other than to the politics itself. Progress and power is the essential thing. It is the ultimate goal. And any means necessary in order to get there. That's why them said there is no clean politics. Politics is a dirty game. It is. You switch sides according to where the benefits lie. And many times they do it because of the thirst for power that hasn't been quenched. We all know that Andre Stevens left the Jamaica Labour Party because he had a thirst for power that wasn't quenched. And here it is. We have got them leading this man on, thinking that he's going to get into parliament. Me say we are going to wait. We are going to sit down here and wait and watch and see how go on. Because even if them do that, you know, so we are going to rub them. Because regardless, the man just want a chance. I mean, not lie, Andre really want a chance. He really does. But it isn't right to set people up to think that they are getting something. And then them start do otherwise. But we're going to watch and see. Yes, I split justice because I'm not affiliated with no man. I call a spade. Right there, so. We're going to watch and see. Because all of them use each other. All of them use each other. All those politicians use each other. And even PMP, they're using Andre. They're using him. And Andre has learned that game. So he's turning around and he's doing it where Marvin Likkle Fyah is concerned too. Because that's the game. They have to get there by any means necessary. Anyway, I am sure this message will get across. We're going to switch now and move on to the next topic. Jaja. Like up the live, people. Please and thanks. That's all we ask for over here so that the algorithm is bumped up and people are aware that this live is taking place. So before I proceed to the next part of the live, I need to get to 100 likes. Over 200, I want to do over here. The least I can do, I work on a little finger for me, please and thanks. Yes. Please and thanks. Because this is the part that really broke my heart over this past week. So guys, on a notice say, me did put up a post in my community section saying that I was supporting the Jayden Smith March that is coming up on the 27th of June, and that I was supporting a particular platform holder, Derval, to take his team in a bus to support the march. Hey, Father God, when me go get myself in a two backside, me get myself in a one piece of bangarang. First of all, me know, you see, God and me, God don't play about me, because a peer problem, people for sending money, Jesus is Lord. Me say problem. Me say one whole heap of problem for send the money. Me hit my limit, me can't send. Me try get people for help me for send it a problem. In the end, me get one of my family members them for send it them I figure authorize, verify after them to use them account for how long. Them have to wait hours for the money for send cross to backside. Peer problem. Peer problem. And sometimes when God put barriers in your way is a good reason. Him don't want you to do something. And a stubborn, and we just keep on pushing because we're not listening to the signs and we're not recognizing things. So anyway, guys, as I said, I was sending this money towards the bus. The bus was needed to be hired in order to get Derval and his team down after they had already done a march. And that march was on the 22nd of May to stop the violence against the children. I watched the march, watched as much of it as I could while I was working, and observed that there was a major hiccup at the march. But what I liked about the march is that Derval and his team, they continued, they pressed on, and they worked with what they had, and they still managed to do a little something. They had on their t-shirts, then they had a marching band, all of that. They just never got to fulfill the march as they had originally intended, right? Okay. Now, people, me didn't know say one whole heap of something did get promised to the public about this march. I did not know, because from that lawyer lady, remember the lady we said them say a Jayden lawyer, when me telling the straight says she's not Jayden's lawyer, she's a legal aid in Cayman, or legal assistant or whatever in a Cayman. Anyway, from that lady said that this march is not about Jayden, and she go on with herself and she said this march is not about Jayden, and they need to stop, and I got dragged because of Jayden, and I'm not touching it because it's not about Jayden, it's about the Ananda Dean, and Ananda Dean's family is gonna be there, and the Ananda Dean, yeah, all of that, and remember all of that, and remember that conversation. Hey, God, that's a sign, yeah. And remember that conversation, yes. So From me hearing that, I said to myself, say, well, me no really, I go gonna further look on them and them something, so I leave it. But I followed Derval, so I saw when his page went live. I must say, something, but me just take a look and see. And it wasn't a bad look at all. I liked that they had their intention. It was clear. But here the bangarang now, people. Them turn up a Heroes Circle, Heroes Park or Heroes Circle. I remember one of them. And them never have no permit. Guys, they had no permit. No permit was given. Now, most times when people protest in Jamaica, they don't need to have a permit, so to speak, because it is your human right to protest, right? But when you are marching and you have a band, that's music, that's noise pollution. When you are marching, you have a band and all of that kind of stuff, and you're going through the streets, that's going to cause some, issues in terms of traffic and all of that. There are risks to pedestrians. You're going to need police escort, etc. You do have to have a permit. It's not like, say, you're standing in one place, stand up in a one place or one area, or you're not going to be when a main road there. You understand? And just have up your sitting them and do your thing. No, you're going onto main roads, visible paths and stuff. You're in the public eye and no permit was granted. So that was the hiccup. As a result of that, so they could not go on the road with their march. But their march had nothing to do with Jayden Smith. And this is the thing. It had nothing to do with Jayden Smith. It had everything to do with them talking about stopping the violence against the children and so on and so forth. So to me, that was not a disappointment because it was not about Jayden Smith. And Jayden Smith are my focus. Anyway, I liked what I saw and I was going to support, and I told you I got the hiccups, but eventually, after hours, the money went through. People, my phone start ring off. Left, right, and center, my phone start ring off. Including one lady where dep on TikTok hard. And she said to me, say, Kay, I am over on Chat and Laugh live. You need to go on Chat and Laugh live. I said, why? She said, appear things are going over there and that money needs to be cancelled. We don't trust the process and we don't trust the people who are doing the march. I said, but the march that's coming, I understand, on the 27th of June is Surprise putting it on. And it don't have anything to do with the lawyer lady because it's Surprise putting on that march. You understand? So I don't know anything about that. Anyway, I go on the live. People don't want to hear. May I wait for the 100 likes. Me not press play until because I'm not too cheeky. Y'all always sitting down on my live and not pressing the like button. Press the like button, get us to 100, and then I'm gonna play this because this is what them not want to hear this. They don't want you guys to hear this, but you need to hear it. You need to hear it. You understand? As soon as it get to the 100, we're gonna kick off. We're gonna kick off, people. Oh gosh, I've been talking. Let me look through the comments and make sure I haven't left out anybody. It's not your past, it's your future. We're all susceptible to change, and he's no different. We should give grace. Yes, we have to. And Stevens is very immature. He needs to damn well grow up. Debbie, then we don't know, man. We don't know. But you see, him always a slip back in him, always so disrespectful. You can make your comment, but when you have to get to that, no. All right, we're at 82. We've got 20 on more to go. Come on, people, press the like. We want to hear. Listen, it was a disgrace of a different level. It was a disgrace of a different level. I could not believe what I was hearing. So I did have to, long and short, I would tell you the bit while the lights are building up before I press play. So I stopped the transaction. I contacted Derval. I explained to him what was happening. I let him know that, people did not have faith in the processes and they thought everything was a scam or, whatever. And therefore they want no part of it in terms of support. So we have to pull the donations, right? He understood, but needless to say, he was not very happy, but he understood what we needed to do, and we did what we needed to do, right? I told him I will support in other ways if I can see what's going on and stuff, and then I can put things out there, I will. But I think we need to leave that part of it alone where the money part is, because people are saying, yeah, scammer. Jaja. Oh my God. Okay. So, no, sir. No, on taking the mic. It's 88 likes. No, this is taking way too long. Guys, my gotta come off. Me come back tomorrow because these people are not serious. They're sitting there with the water here. I need the likes to go to 100. I need the likes to get there, and then we can start to have a conversation. Because when I tell you that the lies were broken down in a way that it was embarrassing, because how can you people who are advocating for Jayden Smith be taken seriously at all? I just don't understand it. And this is the reason why the case has gone downhill. This is the reason why nobody is making any progress. Bit by bit, they're all weaning themselves off of the case. Bit by bit, they must drift where them start talk about other things, bring in other topics, build them channel about other topics. I'm telling you, because the fire is outing and listen, they can only hold out for that long and no more. You see, without major players coming out to actually feed them something that they can bite onto and keep going, it's like you have a fire and you just step back and you don't give the fire no fuel, nothing in order for that fire to blaze. And you step back and you watch the fire run up and down. And eventually, what's going to happen? Eventually, the fire going to run up and down and run up and down and run up and down until it starts to lose its power. And it starts to wane and it burns itself right out flat. And all you see is smoke, because there's nothing to feed it, right? And that's what's happening. Yes, we're observing it and we're watching it. Because the simple and methodological steps that were necessary are still not being done. You're still having the tongue wagging, Shanika criminal, she do it, Ray, liar girl, get the whole life family, bungle them up, fling them in a one prison, everybody going to jail. The same thing. You can't keep singing the same Sankey and making no move. It looks ridiculous after a while. And that goes for those who are building their platforms on Jayden. We not go for over Yesaka. We not do that. You understand? So for those who are doing that, oh no, I run out of steam. Now, where is this whole thing going with the private investigator? You guys claim that there's a private investigator who's very much on board and taking things forward, and there needs to be milestone updates. Considering that you have solicited public funds for it, there needs to be milestone updates on what is happening, right? I've looked at the GoFundMe. I've not seen any update, even in the text, in terms of what's happening with the private investigator, right? Okay. Now I'm hearing they need a petition. I don't even know what that go. But anyway. All right, we reach. Okay. Well on there. Big up yourself, 115. Sweet lips. Let's go.
So we're just like crying and congratulations. Thank you. Also this morning, when I signed up the documents this morning in my office this morning,
yes, sir,
what come to my mind this morning, I sat up in my mind and said, lead me, Lord, lead me to the altar. You're not true with me yet. So I magnified that son and said, Lord, you're leading this case to a massive way. You're not true with Jayden case as yet.
Lots of oxygen. That's right, Lady V.
And I officially state Jayden is a missing child now, no longer a runaway child. You understand? And also, Wednesday the Thursday, they'll be on the TV advertised as a missing
All right.
child.
Before that goes any further, I don't know if you're hearing clearly what Derval is saying. Derval is saying that as a result of the march that they did on the 22nd, listen, that Jayden Smith is now registered as a missing child, and before he was registered as a runaway. Where did they hear that statement first? Talk to me now, graduates. Where did they first hear that? Isn't that the live I did when I said, why is Jayden Smith not given an Ananda alert? And remember that live there? Okay. Remember that live there. If you remember that live, please to type the purple hearts. Where I said that it is clear that the family has reported him as a runaway and not as a missing child. And that's why he got a high alert and not an Ananda alert. So like I said, without the key players in the game feeding them, the Fyah, as Lady V has rightfully said, loses oxygen. All right. Go on, listen.
Also now, Tiger, we can now, this give us more power. Now that we can put him on the Ananda Dean's list, this will give us more power. Also, I want you to know that a lot of the cases for missing children, a lot of the missing children cases that went cold is now reopened. I will speak about that on Friday. Has now been reopened and will be investigated, properly investigated. And I'm happy that the Prime Minister confirmed to us yesterday that he will not be sending his delegate, that he personally will be there. We also will have the leader that will be there. We have a lot of persons on board communicating with a lot of the television station, the radio station. They've been doing a lot of those interviews and, contacting those persons because I'm not physically located in Jamaica to attend a lot of these meetings. But he's doing well, but with my guidance, he's doing very, very well. And we're getting a...
So, me just because I know a lot of you may not be quite following. So this is leading up to the 22nd of May, which was the march that they did to stop the violence against children. She is saying that as a result of the march, first thing, Jayden is now listed as a missing child and not a runaway. Okay? That's what she's saying. And now they have more power because now he is able to get an Ananda Dean alert. Ananda alert. And that by Wednesday, this live how much days ago, by Wednesday, which was the Wednesday either after the march or shortly before, I don't know. Yeah, before the march. The Wednesday, he was supposed to be going out there on all of the media, all of the radio waves, all of the TV stations as an Ananda alert, a missing child for Jayden. So when I said to you that, because people, me never listen to all of this, when me that talk to Derval, I true me have some good people on the ground where stream things when me miss sometime. This gets sent to me, But listen, because the march itself don't have nothing to do with Jayden, me never really pay attention to the things around it. But this has everything to do with Jayden. So even if the march was not a success, these words should hold water. these words should be solid because you're saying that no, Jayden is no longer a runaway, he's now a missing child, and that gives us more power and more authority. That not have nothing to do with the failed march because you did not have. Well, it's not failed because it was a success, but it wasn't as big. It not had nothing to do with anything to do with that march. It doesn't, because even if that march fell through, we should be by that so-called Wednesday seeing Jayden Smith plastered again all over the media, all over the press, in order to move the case along or to revive it. And nothing like that has taken place. But 9 months now, Debbie. Go and listen.
Lot done, a lot.
Oh, and she said she spoke to she spoke directly to the Prime Minister. Who does this person think she is, though? She's speaking as though she has got that clout. She has spoken direct. She has heard from the Prime Minister, who has said that he would not be sending any representative or entourage. He's coming personally. How can the Prime Minister confirm his attendance to something that has no permit granted? Because even his team would have to check out that environment and check out that this situation is legit and registered, etc., before he even gives a thumbs up. It would be careless of our Prime Minister and Your Holiness to say that he's coming to something without due diligence taken to find out what kind of march, who are on the march, is the march in order. You understand? All right, go on, listen.
The DPP department will be there. The police commissioner will be there. Judge Pusey will be there. So we're getting a lot of those persons to come out to this march. Where is those people? For your people that is advocating. That's one of them people come out so he can give a speech in front of all these people.
Yes, Debbie.
Investigation. All these court cases. All of them. And we have new general in town, and if persons cannot handle their positions, then somebody new will take their office. That's how we see it. But we're getting a lot done. Yes, and also we are going to have the Minister of Justice will be there as well, and also from London, Minister of Justice from London to be coming down to as well, because
Minister of Justice from London.
About children, you understand, because too many children are missing in Jamaica, and also remember the 8-year-old child that they found in the car. And 1 minute, thank you. That case is reopened to as well, to the public as well. Yes. That case will be tried as well. And also, this case will be tried to as well. And also, we are calling on Mr. T and Ann to show up themselves to the public before the 22nd. And also, Shanice, you lied that you don't know the principal. And we have pictures and videos with you. And also, I got the clips from Likkle. Yes. We have that. We also have the Likkle.
So are you hearing, guys? They are claiming that they have got the clip from Megamart. Remember that the Megamart clip is something that everybody, every blogger, everybody has been clamoring for that clip for how long? And they say they have it. Right? Now, I never asked Derval about these things because, like I said, I was not on this part of the live at all. I jumped on way later when the calls came through. But the person was streaming from this point for my purpose. So, how did they get a hold of something that is supposed to be considered police evidence? How did it get released to this lady who is all the way in Cayman? And to Derval, who is not even a family member, unless, because from what I understand, Derval is in touch with the mother. So unless the mother had access to the footage and it was passed on, I don't know. Don't ask me, because I don't know.
But there's so much that will happen after the march. Yeah. There's a lot going to be taking place after the march. We just have to
people.
wait.
Let them you see this? They want people to just shut them out. Listen, you're going to talk about this and it's not everybody business.
And they push up Jayden.
It's not everybody business, Fyah.
Tiger, can you take up Mato? He's trying to get in.
Well, and then,
It's just two pieces. One day, maybe tell me that because guess what? Jayden is a child.
You're right about that.
That future, right? And I'm going to affect every blood number eye.
Gotcha.
You see that come talk? I am working behind the scene. I'll make the
If I work behind the scene.
I'll do some promotion on the march later on.
You got that one name. You got that one name.
So, Auntie, let me ask you a question.
You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? You see how critical thinking is so important? The lady delusional. When I say critical thinking is so important, before you run up and down with things, it's really important that you observe and you watch and you listen. Anyhow, you make a mistake, retract, pull back, fix as quickly as you possibly can. I was lucky in that I was able to cancel that transaction and that money had not been picked up. If the money did get picked up, me that get shake. Western Union cancel it right away. You understand? Yes. Cancelled and returned to sender. So when I listen to this and I'm thinking, so you hear that? DPP I got dead, some judge I got dead, Prime Minister say himself I got be there, opposition leader I got dead, huh? Then that's a big thing. That's a big, massive thing. So, you know, question. You got official word that this is happening. You've confirmed everything. Listen, me.
Whose number me can get? Your number or Dever, because I want to speak to one of you guys where it's not in the media business. Yeah. And apart from because I feel big up on what you're doing, and the fact that you lot are saying it on national TV, that's great. And what I'm saying that I want to push forward as well. And next thing that I want to push forward.
That's right. There was no member of the press there at all. And there's nothing stopping the press from going whether or not a permit was granted. Regardless of a permit, the press would turn up anyway because it's news. So somebody from the Observer, the Gleaner, the Star, somebody would have turned up. Somebody from RJ is still about, whichever radio station could have turned up anyway. You understand? There is no reason under the sun why that wouldn't happen, even if your permit never get granted.
Is the fact that we need a unity, because you see, unity is strength. Unity is really strength. And one of the things that I want to say to all platforms, we don't have to be bench and batty pals, pally. But if we're out for the same movements, we can be out for the same movements. So what I am saying, we need a structure of unity. We don't have to call everybody and laugh on the phone with each other, but we just want to everybody when it comes to certain things like the missing children, them.
Now you see, when it comes to Tiger, from what I can see, Tiger is one of the most persistent when it comes to the Jayden Smith case. He's literally on it every single day, talking about it. Since I've been home for the week and I'm working from home, I'm able to click onto TikTok and observe, and I see him going live with Jayden Smith's picture and everything. But like I said, Tiger, you need to update periodically about what's happening with that private investigator. That's all I'm gonna say, because you don't want your name calling out.
Justice for certain people, we can all be on the same page, because I think together we will have a mighty more strength and power to do. So I want to also push absolutely, Tiger, agree with that.
after the march.
No, I'm not gonna lie. That part shocked me when I heard her say, absolutely, I agree with that. Is that not the same lady that said, Jayden, this is not alive for Jayden. This is not Jayden Smith's march. It's not Hear Me Live march. This has nothing to do with Jayden, that she will not be touching anything to do with Jayden Smith anymore. So what changed? Interesting.
We have to a big contract after
It
the
must be
march.
the authorities from Kim and Chitaki.
We have to have that before our guests them go back overseas. So what is that about?
He was. Actually, I heard before Durham even messaged me to say it.
Guys, what I am saying, and as I keep saying all the time, and I even said this to the police, we are not asking for DNA evidence and things, but we just want a credible person to say, okay, such was the case, so we can run it, because it worked only to have to do a V-turn. So because I wasn't sure, I don't want to be running with a narrative. So I said, I found...
Now that I found strange, because you said that you have got a private investigator who has begun. So what have you begun actually doing that you had enough money to kickstart things with the private investigator? So how are you not aware of the progress with the police or what's happening, etc.? I mean, why is unless Tiger play a game, yes, so me no know, because eventually, he himself said that he believes Chat and Laugh's perspective that this whole thing is a scam. But that thing.
But my source then was not able to confirm it for me yet, because I'm not going to say, oh, they re-arrest him and they ask him Z and they ask him B.
Yeah, skip it.
Burial. Right? I was to be leaving from first March down in
It's international.
Listen.
Rappers are talking about it. It's Whitney Houston adopted daughter spoke about it yesterday on her.
Whitney Houston adopted daughter spoke about Jayden Smith. Somebody find me that. If Una can find me that, Una good as go. Me give you some credit. If Una can find me Whitney Houston's sister commenting about Jayden Smith going missing, I want that live. Yeah. Because of that, she has said.
Show. It is an international. We have a person from Harvard University that is going to be a speaker as well. So this is an international event, and we need to make sure that we just come out. The Jamaicans need to be there to support this. Make it look good for you guys on the international scene, that you really want this. You really want justice for these missing children. We need to give the families hope and find justice for their missing loved ones.
Yes.
Hold on there. Thank you. Hey, give me a minute. It's me. Anything them want cuss me and say, you see a little nasty looking one, them can come out for me. Anybody want come out. The facts we deal with. Truth we deal with. Truth. You understand? And everything come out of them people mouth was a damn lie. From the pit of hell. You understand me? Everything come out of the woman mouth is a damn lie. She come out, she says she's the children advocate. You understand? She's no. Somebody put who is the children advocate in Jamaica in the comment section. Put the real advocate. One of the people them who do the research, write it in the comment section. Make people say who are the children avocado. You understand? This woman is a liar. Liar.
Chata loves the children avocado. They didn't do that.
She come out, she said she's a liar, she's no liar. Listen, them can come beat me. It's the one thing, I will stick to the facts and the truth. The truth shall set all the way free. And this yourself is the truth. She come out, she said Prime Minister come. She come out, she said Governor General. She come out, she said Judge come. She come out, celebrity, all these people. When them know is a total lie. Not one of these people ever come. She's lying. She keep on lying to Uno. Oh, and listen, you see him coming like a big baboon. You understand? Him coming like a big baboon. You see me, we can't argue with a baboon and a man when I have no balls. Him can't argue with me and me will never argue with him. You understand? You see what?
Amatoshi attack. The party, Amatoshi attack. Here? All right, go on, listen.
Thing me do, me play out the truth out her mouth. You understand? This is a make-up story. This a come out of Fyah mouth. This is no make-up story. This come out her mouth to it. You understand? If you say you are look for kids, you don't have no reason to lie. Nobody have no reason for lie if you say you're out there and look for kids. You understand? To keep on lying and keep on lying. And now she get exposed again. And you matter, you're over there run your mouth, it's a big Scooby-Dooby-Doo. That's what you look like right now. One, thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
You know, it's
Me not really want to hear. Me not want to hear what she have to say.
time the news is gonna show.
Let me jump.
Still away from my court paper them. She said me I'm gonna meet her in the court. She send one full C's and the C's letter.
Oh, this is important. Hold on. Wait there. This part important, people. So this is all about now. Remember, it's right yes on this platform. Right yes up on this platform. I'm telling you so that woman was not a liar. And them do like them no hear, graduates. Them go on like them no hear when me say it. Me say she is no liar. Me say me have somebody panic grung in a Cayman. Somebody we can literally take up themselves and walk go in our workplace. Who contacted her directly and got confirmation that she is not a lawyer on Jayden's case. She is only helping out. You understand me? And me telling you say, because all right, Juba up on the ends. Him put out big video, Jayden Smith as a lawyer, everybody I run up and down, raging nav lawyer, and I was like, look on this. You understand? No lawyer. She has a legal degree, but she is not a practicing lawyer at all. And for the record, my master's in humanities is humanities, and it is 2 subjects. Caribbean studies, as in literature and history, and human rights law. Does that make me a lawyer? My wife know if that make me a liar. That don't make me a liar. Those are the things I specialized in, but that doesn't make me a lawyer. You understand? So, this person here did a law degree, but she's not a lawyer. I'm going to tell them. Then do like them no year. Them do so like them no year. And now look what reached them. Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying, young child. I believe that she believes these things.
You think them plan that? I'm sorry.
The founders of KFC though. Then she come out and him call her. I call her like she think she can treat me. Like she think she said she got me for meet her in the court. But still away from my court paper them. She said me go meet her in the court. She send one full C's and the C's letter. You understand?
Listen.
But we don't know what the C's and the C's letter because now I'm no damn sense. You understand? She sent one damn foolish, one rubbish to me. The lawyer was she sent to me dead 10 years ago.
Bob. When I hear that, me say for the ear. When I hear that, me ratting, no sir. When I hear that, the liar said, just I laugh. What Caesar? This is letter people. And just I laugh said, the liar when she used to say that for paper then 10 years ago. Debbie, don't laugh. Debbie, the first day I hear this, it is oh God. Oh God. Somebody pick me up off the floor. Wait. Oh God. Who? Caesar, this is from the grave. Why? Carla, hold on. All right. Ready?
You understand? But you wanna eat that. Wanna eat that. Wanna get buy out. You understand? No girl not buy me out. You understand? Even if me no fly go nowhere, even if me no have good ear, even if we can't eat food, no girl can buy me out. You understand? No girl can use them 2 shilling and make me be an idiot. You understand? You understand? No girl can buy me out, and that she do over there so to honor. You understand? When I go talk about she a diplomat. Diplomat backside. You know what's a diplomat? You understand? Diplomat backside. That's the situation.
Talk about if people can't do. She's really crazy. If people can't do their jobs, then we will have someone else who can do their jobs. Miss, you can't even get a permit.
Yeah. And
You don't even have a permit. How you gonna? How the
They
police
have this
gonna
stuff,
do?
excellent.
And when I tell the police they do, you couldn't even get a permit for the street.
yeah. Listen me now.
And to be perfectly honest, that's one of the things that made the donor, the donor say, listen, not my money. Because at the end of the day, right, if you are saying that you have got all this legal background, you are supposed to be aware that certain things in the streets are going to require permission, authority, right? And it is essential, because I do remember that a live was done. That same live, I'm sure, guys, if you go back in the archives, when I did the live, letting you hear the woman say that, listen, this match is not about Jayden and Ray. I'm sure they said that they have done all of their paperwork, that all the permissions were granted. Listen, and if you got dig up that, become certain that she say that all the paperwork was done and Ray, and no, it turns out that there was none. Now, Derval did explain to me that he was the one who was supposed to go back and do something with the permit, and he's been so busy that he never did that. But something like that, where the prime minister is going to be in attendance, would have been pushed forward quick and fast and gotten done. You understand? Because there has got to be communication between the prime minister's office and the security if the prime minister is going to be present. You understand? Because there's no way he's going to be present, coming personally, without hella bucketive, wallapa soldier and police escort. You see what I'm saying? So all of these things will need to be done. What? Me don't know.
So me no can't cure. To all them fool, she tell them say she go do citizen arrest. She go lock up Jayden family, the people them who are. It honestly said they come out of that idiot.
So I thought she was playing
one of them is one Scooby-Doo over there. Honestly said, look here, me go show you something. Can you see me don't run with drama, you know. Me go run with facts. You see chat and laugh. We go tell on the facts. If you don't want to hear facts, you go by the section. Let from here. Me go show you something. This woman take a picture with a tent. With food already. On the stop laughing now. So the food them. When make up in the tent, she go over and take a picture of something. And put it up. Say she do red carpet yesterday. For March. You understand?
Right.
This is not Jamaica. This is not Hero Circle. So the food them in the tent here. Where from the Thursday night them set up. You all set up food from Thursday night for 10 o'clock.
What?
The next day.
Jesus, please. What? No wonder the people them say a scam. No wonder. Chatalaf is actually showing the image on her screen, guys. It don't make sense to show you because it's in the TikTok setup with the whole heap of people them around the backs and it not go show. But Chatalaf is actually showing a picture that has come from her page with her showing a setup of a table. I saw a red carpet and Ray with actual food on it from the Thursday, but that doesn't make any sense because let me take a look. The 22nd of May was the Friday. You can't have food out from the day before. No, man. Optical illusions.
I only eat that she can talk to. She can't talk to me. Me have sense. This is not Jamaica. If you look at this is not no damn Jamaica.
No.
See how this is not Jamaica. With the tent. This is not no Jamaica. The woman lied to Uno. Or if you ask yourself why this woman lied. I mean, now come out here and come make up story. Me have facts and me have proof. See, she come here, them have people pave road and something.
What?
It's an all-time picture. Them go get off of internet and put more people pave road.
Jesus.
She's a wicked and a serpent. And you were behind her. Miss Long Tongue Lashing. Miss Sour Ass Lashing. You understand?
Mato.
You're the woman at the house. Me don't know where you not take where your woman and get you a fishini.
Jesus Christ. Why? Just tell us, Mato forget we that the woman and get a fishini. We, Lord, let me see.
She got Photoshop. The woman take them for one bracket over there. The woman take them for one Scooby-Dooby-Doo. See, Tiger and the whole of them wake up now. Everybody wake up. And this
Yeah, Tiger wake up for sure.
Because everybody knows she says she's a liar. Every single people she says she's a liar. Everybody. But you see true that the love of money.
All right. Yeah, I was about to say, listen, there are benefits, all right? And I even believe that when it comes to Derval as well, there are benefits to this lady and knowing her because Derval actually informed me that she's the person who paid for all of the t-shirts that got printed, that she also paid for a percentage of the band performance and the stage that was put up that had to be pulled down the Thursday night. So they put up a stage. And it's the Thursday they realized that the actual march did not have a permit. It's the Thursday they realized it, and the march was on the Friday. And they did not tell anybody because it was embarrassing. They didn't tell. You understand? That was their fault. And they said, you know what? We still are going to go and see if we can get away with it. That's what happened. And that's the God's honest truth. Right? And as much as this march has nothing to do with Jayden, and I can see where Derval is coming from. Because Derval is like, well, why chat and laugh? I go hard for our march and nothing to do with her. And she not put no money towards it. And none of the money no go to whatever. He needs to realize that she included Jayden in her discussion. If she had stuck to her word and said nothing about Jayden Smith and just focused on our march, and all of this happened, chat and laugh probably would not even clock that this is going on, She probably wouldn't even clock it. But because you guys have stepped into the territory of Jayden Smith, she is paying attention because she wants to know that the people who are involved are indeed integrous and dedicated to the cause. And that's why you're getting this. And that's why I said to Derval, Derval, you don't need to say less. If you are doing a march, just do the march. Not talk about who I got there, which type of Norris and which red. No, because it looks ridiculous when it doesn't happen. Anyway.
Likkle.
Yes, root all evil.
Buy out the whole of them. You hear them talk about me auntie of purse. Yeah, the whole of them in a purse.
Jesus Christ.
It's not right.
Me not have no purse.
Yeah.
Then hold on there. Are we nearly because me no want call out the graduate where they are Cayman, yeah? Then I saw legal aid make all the money in a Cayman that them can just wire money, so what a cacophony if the money was she a send people I come out her work. Hey, me not said up there. What a something for try look big. People, so we might hear about one whole other sin thing in a Cayman there. Legal aid gets arrested for defrauding her business, her organized. No, I'm just saying, what if, okay? I'm not saying it's true. So don't run with this. And please don't send me no cease and desist from no dead liar. All right? Okay.
Let her. You see how I'm talking about her auntie got a purse? Let her send me one of them cease and desist. I'm gonna call the IRS on her. Let her play with me. But she got a purse. How you got a purse and you over here and you over there and you supposed to be a lawyer dealing with cases? She's a scammer. Thank you. She's a scammer. She's a TikTok. She's a TikTok. Yeah, somebody needs to call the IRS on her dumbass. That's exactly. See? Pretending to be a lawyer. Amen, sister. Don't say that. Oh yeah. We gotta do. I'm gonna stay down and watch because some of you just carry news from here to there. You understand? Some of you just carry the news and the mix up and wanna not carry the news, wanna not carry the correct way. And tell her, say, me have the proof over here, so when she lie. Tell her, say, me have the proof over YouTube. Listen up, just wait now, y'all want me talk. Tell her some have the proof for all of the people them, for Yard Boss, for Sunrise, for Tiger Life. The proof is in the pudding. You understand? Me now come out here and lie for her. So she come over here and tell one bag of lie, and over here so me watch everything. You understand? It wasn't no secret. Some big dirty crutches, man. It wasn't no secret sour crutches.
Oh God.
It's never a secret. Me now come out here and scandalize her. She scandalize her own self.
True.
She lie and scandalize her own self. You understand? You understand what is a lie? When you lie and the things don't happen, I gonna look embarrassed. Embarrassed. You. Because you come out and you talk, say this and this is what's gonna happen. And you know what happened? Nothing not happen. So listen, nobody now scandalize your God.
Hey.
Cause she a fool of God. She a no my God. And one thing me didn't know. Me know say the good Lord was going to reveal her. And him did reveal her. She come out and talk about she's a children of God. Avocado. You all say nothing. Get up out of here with your lying self.
Children avocado. Listen. You see this live? It goes on. Is at this point I joined. Chat and Laugh went on to talk about the fact that they said that Shaggy was going to be in attendance. That Shaggy was going to be there. Hey, you know how much it takes for an artist to commit to coming to an event? Do you know how much preparation, how much contractual agreements have to be drawn up, signed, and checked before an artist says that they're going to turn up at an event? There's a lot of work, a lot of background work that needs to take place before these things manifest. Yeah? That artist has to be paid even if you cancel. You understand what I'm saying to you? If it's a charity performance, okay, maybe not. But you still have to make arrangements. That artist has to book their flights. So she's not wrong when she said a lot of lies were told. She isn't wrong at all. She's not. Derval come out and he rubber. Me not go play film party. It was too disrespectful. Why would he bad with a cuss? He might tell her about her part and tell her about her mama. And say she fi mind her business. But Derval is the only one out of the lot when me like, to be honest, over that side. When it comes to team matter. Derval. Me like Derval. Right? But Derval needs to realize that if he is in association with these people, this woman he claims is his auntie. I don't think he's him damn auntie none tall. Because Derval having ways too, you know. He having little ways. But if he's going to be mingling with these people, he needs to tell them to keep them tongue and not chat so much on social media. Because it's going to come back and haunt them. And with all due respect, when it comes to the Jayden case, anything where that team is concerned is going to involve corruption. Because the one matter him come back, you know. And him do a live, you know, people. And when him do film live, appear shady mature because this man can never ever be man enough to just speak out and say what he's thinking. Right? Derval, me you say Derval draw up some some background pan chat and laugh, and there's something they talk about how she can't go back a certain areas and all of that. But I'm not gonna pay attention to that. That is no tit for tat and butter for fat. And it detracts completely from the point. I think the essential point is that when it comes to Jayden Smith's case, and there's more to it, guys. I will eat more there. But when it comes to Jayden Smith's case, we have to be very careful that we're in it for the right reasons. It's not an opportunity to get political leverage and recognition of doing great humanitarian work so that the PNP can look at you with favor. That is a word for Derval. And it's not an opportunity to appear big and laud it over people because you've got it in your head that you're a Tapanaris coming to rescue because you are suffering from a Messiah complex. That's the liar. And it's not an opportunity to look like you are the kingpin solver of all crimes and it's you are gonna crack case and it's only you can do it and nobody else. And them jealous of we and them bad mind we and we they make them go run them own march. That is matter. All of you guys are skidding and only letting down Jayden. Everybody is skid. You understand? No due diligence was done. Maybe it was name dropping for connection, relevance, and self importance. Exactly. And the way it sounds, it was like, let we talk it big. And then hopefully, if we talk it big, it means say, then we turn up and then we come and then we support because them things say are big things. I go on. But you can't do things like that. That is the art of deception. And if you are deceiving the public, to come and support a life that is about children. You're starting wrong. You're starting on a rocky foundation. And that foundation has to crumble. Well, I shouldn't say rock. I should say sand. It has to crumble. It's not going to hold. Do things the right way. They did eventually seek and get a permit, they claim. But when them do the protest, them did stick them in a back of the park. Had anybody could hear them they way out of earshot. So it never had the impact that it ought to have had. And there was not one single member of the press. There was no mention of it in any papers. She's claiming that she's been writing letters. It's because of her that Jayden's name has been in the press. How is it that she did not write an editorial or write a press release for the papers about this march? Because it's so easy to do. You can submit articles to the Gleaner. You can submit articles to the Star. You can submit articles to any of the newspapers with photographs and all, and they will put it in. You understand? And if you're as connected as you are, you're supposed to know who the chief editorial is. So clearly you're not as connected as you're putting across, and that is having an impact on whether or not people can trust you around the Jayden Smith case. May I tell you now as it is in an affiliate
that we just received today. So we'll see how that goes. Again, we would like for Anne and Mr. T to come forward to contact us because they are my interests right now. Anne and Mr. T.
You're there.
They were the guardian, the caregiver for this little boy, for Jayden Smith, and their care when he went missing. So we would like for them to come forward.
Yeah. Also, the father, when taking me, when coming in, a Christian, I tell some Christian, we are going to pass some more Christian.
Right, but because we're still in that investigation. Right, I know, but we need to. We don't want him to run away, so we have to take our time and be gentle.
Hey, yeah, 1 minute there.
Yes.
Blood secret. Hold on 1 minute now, yeah. You see me? I'm going to open the talk things right now. K and T, you see, if you're over matter side, please Go over there and stay over there.
Me I got skip this. This is for them mix up and
I'm
bang
telling you, chat.
That's in there. That's gonna make me tell enough and move out and start. They're gonna not there for Jayden. If you don't want to be hypocrite for this woman, like, you understand? Me don't care if she like me. The truth is what I gonna set me free. You understand? Play where I play, my sister. No one lie, go, but they go get lie. Play where I play, you want.
But chat, she's always over here. She just went
No,
to the
me
march.
don't be cheat. Me not just want to
Yes,
sit down
man.
and say,
So, the one was a Jayden and right now, Jayden, I'm gonna burn it. I'm gonna burn it. I'm even Jayden got hospital.
What?
I can bring Jayden go to hospital.
I first me hear that part there. I the first me hearing that part, guys. Hold on. Let me pull this up a minute.
I'm gonna right now, Jayden, I'm gonna burn it. I'm gonna burn it. I'm even Jayden got hospital.
Ah! So he is claiming that Jayden had a burn in his back and that they took Jayden to the hospital. And nobody remembers when Jayden got a burn in his back. They took Jayden to the hospital. Under what me? I forgot to ask Derval about this. Yeah, wait.
Jayden go to hospital.
Let me pull it up, Debbie. That's what I'm saying is the first I'm hearing this part. Hold on.
Well, I must over there today. You understand? But,
Wait.
Jayden go to hospital.
If you ever should eat this thing, then
Him bring Jayden go to hospital.
You're there.
so he's a little bit off mentally, obviously. Wait a minute. Hold on. I got a question. Hold on. Yeah, hold child. 1 second.
Hold on.
Yeah, isn't that's the boy Durville, right? So Durville, isn't that the one who we gave the money to go to the first march? Why he never told us then that he took him to the hospital? Why he never told us then that he did this and he did that?
I never took no money. I the woman game. They see him liar.
Why he didn't show up?
Like that. First, and find out this now.
Yeah, he didn't
You're
go.
not gonna tell like that at the first march. You see, these people caught up in a gifts, the money and the gifts. So when you hear the guy don't want to tell them say, don't get involved because them love the likes. And that eat Jamaica alive. People love.
And that is what is killing the Jayden Smith case. You see, all of the hype and the over popularity and the views and all of that, people are just doing it for the sake of generating that. That is all they're focusing on. Because if you people were really serious, none of this would be taking place. None of it. You understand? People like us, myself, J Pro, we don't come out unless it's something significant. Not every little thing jump up. No, it's got to be significant. It's got to have value. It's got to have worth. It's got to contribute to something that's going to move the case forward. If it is not going to move the case forward, it makes no point. Me doing this, you know how it's helping? It's helping my audience to understand why those who were considered to be pioneers for the case are not being heard. it relieves their frustration. Because I know a lot of my audience continue to be frustrated about why it is that Jayden Smith's case is not moving. And as much as these may be TikTokers and bloggers, you see, TikTok is a bit different in that its reach is huge. And if something is kicking off the algorithms, as I explained earlier, it generates attention and focus. See, the Prime Minister come out and talk about Lady Bojo. It's because of the algorithms. It's because the word is spreading. It's because it's getting global attention. And the only reason why it's doing that is because it's being advocated for in the right way, minus all of this bangarang and couscous and mix up and all of this. I told you guys that the next step would have been to hold to account what the police have done with the case. A complaint officially needs to be sent from a citizen to Indicom to investigate what has happened with the case. It needs to come particularly from those who are involved, as in Jayden Smith's mother. I said it, and I keep saying it, but none of you are going to act me there foreign, me there England, me can't do it. And even if somebody on my platform do it, they are not intimately involved. Una literally have the people in a hand. We're intimately involved and una not guiding them and making them do the right thing.